Hey Nan, sorry I'm not there with you today. Just a quick video going through this lesson 4, evaluating negative index expressions. We'll come back to lesson 3 when I'm back with you guys, hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, for today we're going to go through this one. We did already look at indices, negative indices, back when we were doing indices A. The difference here is that we're actually going to be evaluating expressions that include negative indices. So we're going to focus on expressions here that just include numbers, and we're going to actually work out what everything is equal to. Here's a little recap of everything about negative indices. Remember, if we have a negative index, we can turn the index positive and stick it in the denominator of a fraction, or we could go the other way around. Something I don't think we looked at specifically is this situation where you have a fraction inside the brackets and a negative indice outside the brackets, specifically here a -1. What we can do here is we can just flip the fraction upside down in this situation. We've already sort of developed this idea of what a negative index is, but here's another way to look at it. As you go down from 2 to the power of 4 to 2 to the power of 3 to 2 to the power of 2, etc, etc, etc. Sorry, that's not a 0, that's a 1, by the way. You'll notice that these numbers are just being divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8, divided by 2 is 4, divided by 2 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. Well, then the next step must be to divide by 2 again. 1 divided by 2, that's what we have here. And then 1 divided by 2 times 2, 1 divided by 2 times 2 times 2, and so on and so on. What we're going to do today specifically, what we did before is we went from this step to this step. What we're going to do today is then keep going to this step and actually do the squares and the cubes and stuff. Let's jump into some examples. There's another worked example there that you can look at if you want, but we're just going to do some worked examples together. So I'm going to write it as a positive index, and then I'm going to write what 2 squared actually is. Pretty straightforward. Write the term with a positive index, and then write what it actually equals. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Here we've got our first situation where we've got some brackets with a negative index outside it. Remember, what we need to do here is flip the fraction over and then apply the positive index. So this will actually end up being 4, 2 squared. When we have a situation like this where it's a fraction without brackets, we do a similar thing, but the indices just stay with the number that they're with. It's 2 with a 2 and it's a 3 with a 3. We swap them to the other side of the fraction and change their index to positive. And now we can evaluate this. 3 cubed is 27, 2 squared is 4. We can't simplify that, so we're going to leave it at that. And then here we go. Here's one where we've got just some multiplication with a negative indice outside the brackets. This is going to send everything here to the denominator of a fraction. And then we've turned our negative indice to a positive indice, but because this is just to the power of +1, we actually don't need any of this stuff, because something to the power of +1 is just whatever that thing is. So now we can evaluate this. 1 over 2 cubed is 8, 3 squared is 9, 1 over 8 times 9, which is 72. That's basically what we're looking at today. I've got some examples down the right hand side here that you can have a go at, and what I'll do is I'll write the solutions to these like over here somewhere, so you can have a go at these and then have a go at the solutions. What you'll do now is you'll jump over here and do these questions from year 9 to see on Edrolo. You can find it on Edrolo, or you can just do it here. I really want you to write these in your book, so I would prefer that you just read the questions from here in the OneNote and then write the answers in your books, please. If you finish all of that, then you've got in your instructions on iLearn, sorry, I haven't updated these. In the instructions on iLearn, you'll have more of these iExcel links, which I have updated to also include lesson 4 here on Thursday. So if you finish all the questions in the OneNote lesson 4, feel free to come here and do the iExcel activities. Hopefully I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks everyone.